Warning: sensitive images.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Non-vegan? War? Oh, no sweat. They only just make our world more and more dangerous to live in. So even the moon runs away, the earth stops spinning. The sun is broken almost into pieces with some giant holes, one ripped in its middle 20 times bigger than our planet. What's the problem? Oh, it just might fall to Earth. Why? The answer might come too late for you. And or for all of us.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
When you look into dairy and see what's actually in that liquid, you've got things like hormones, you've got lipids, protein, sodium, IGF, which is insulin-like growth factor, and really you don't want to be consuming that.
Plant-based is a natural diet. Dr. Kim Benson, Vegan, Part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, escape from cruelty.
¿Cómo está? Means how are you in Spanish, which is spoken in Nicaragua's North Caribbean Coast Autonomous Region. Diligent viewers, my name is Urbano. The observant people of the North Caribbean Coast Autonomous Region wish for you to always be in tune with heaven so that you enjoy bliss and joy all the time. Welcome to our show entitled Plant-Based is the Natural Diet. Dr. Kim Benson, Vegan, Part 2 of 2. Dr. Benson, who holds a PhD and doctorate in natural medicine, is the Canadian founder of the Inner Healing Academy that offers classes and coaching on plant-based eating. As a passionate educator, she has given more than 1,000 public presentations to raise awareness of the compassionate vegan diet and help people empower themselves in life. Dr. Benson believes that people can take full control of their food choices and live harmoniously with all living beings on the planet. She has written 2 books, Go Dairy Free and Thrive, Learn Why and How to Go Dairy Free, and Go Vegan Successfully, everything you need to know to make a smooth transition to a plant-based diet and ensure you get all your essential nutrients. In the last episode, she shared her inspirational story of turning vegan. Today, Dr. Benson will talk about the benefits of switching to a plant-based diet in detail. We begin with her perspective on dairy consumption.
It's really quite bizarre that we consume dairy at all because we're taking the milk of another creature, and you really don't see that in nature, do you? You don't see a giraffe drinking the milk of a gorilla or a dog drinking a pig's milk. You know, it doesn't normally happen, and yet we do this as just as a matter of fact. It's just one of those things we don't give much attention to. It's the cultural conditioning going on again. But when you look into dairy and see what's actually in that liquid, you've got things like hormones, you've got lipids, protein, sodium, IGF, which is insulin-like growth factor, which is a hormone that manages the effects of the growth hormone in your body, and really you don't want to be consuming that.
Omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential to maintaining normal cellular functions, are vital to a healthy cardiovascular and endocrine system. Many mistakenly believe that the best source of omega-3 fatty acids is fish people. Dr. Benson calls us that there are multiple reasons to remove seafood from our diet.
This is something that hit me on my journey. We are overfishing the oceans and depleting the fish there, and that we're also throwing all these plastics into the ocean that most people are aware of. Some of that plastic's down into microplastics, these little beads of plastic, which the fish consume, and that gets caught into their guts. And so, of course, when we consume the fish, it means we're consuming that as well. And so we're finding that fish contain PCBs, which are cancer-causing chemicals. Also, with wild fishing, we've found that mercury is very high, especially in tuna and swordfish. I think it's something like 1 in 4 are testing over the limits, what they consider a limit for mercury. If you want to make sure that you are getting your vitamin D and your omega-3, good news is there's plenty of options in the plant kingdom. I'll just read a few here for you. So for plant foods high in omega-3, you've got things like leafy greens and beans, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. All these seeds are great. Brassica vegetables, walnuts, squash, avocado, and berries, and that's just a few for you. And for plant foods high in vitamin D, you can think of things like tofu, broccoli, oats, sweet potatoes, peppers, apricots, and there's also lots of foods that are fortified with vitamin D.
Deny vegan, cause you want to earn a place in hell.
We will pause a moment for a message, and we'll be right back with more from our interview with Dr. Kim Benson, vegan. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Plant-Based is the Natural Diet. Dr. Kim Benson, vegan, part 2 of 2 on Supreme Master Television. Food not only has a direct impact on our physical health, but it also affects our emotional state.
Yeah, food definitely affects our mood. Let's just think of an example. A meal that's high in meat proteins, they've discovered, reduces something called tryptophan levels in the brain. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid, and it's a precursor for melatonin and serotonin, and to enable them to synthesize. And as we know, melatonin helps to regulate the wake-sleep cycle, and serotonin helps to regulate mood and pain. So if your tryptophan level is reduced, that will have a knock-on effect for serotonin and melatonin. So you might find that you're not sleeping so well, and you might find that your mood is affected. It might make you feel a little bit more anxious, even sort of underlying levels of aggression. You might not quite know why you feel a little bit aggressive, but it could be due to this. So definitely the food has a huge impact on our mood. So conversely, if you want to up your tryptophan levels, then you could eat things like oats, peanuts, bananas, lentils, black beans, because they all contain tryptophan, and they'll help to boost your mood and also help your sleep patterns.
As we've just heard, food affects us in really complex ways. Let's find out why it's crucial to eat a well-balanced plant-based diet so that all the essential elements work synergistically inside our bodies.
So, how does food impact our health at the cellular level? Right, so most people be familiar with the macronutrients, I think, in terms of carbohydrates, fats and proteins and so on. And then there's the micronutrients, your vitamins and your minerals. All of these send subtle signals to our cells, and the cells interact with each other in a really complex language of chemical messages. They instruct each other to grow, to move, and to respond to threats. Any problems in this cell communication can lead to diseases, so it's really important to study the chemical messages. So here's an example. Recently, they discovered that omega-3 fatty acids bind to a specialized protein on the surfaces of cells. That protein is called GPR120. And when that omega-3 attaches to the protein, the GPR120 sets off a chain reaction of cellular events that they have found actually protect against weight gain and inflammation, which is amazing.
How can we get the maximum amount of nutrients from natural foods? Here is a tip from Dr. Benson on the topic.
I think it's more important than ever now to grow your own food, because the food that you're buying in the stores oftentimes it's been shipped in, so it's been losing its nutritional value through all of that time in the shipping process. It might have been on the shelves for a few days, so you're not getting the full quality of the nutritional value from that food. Whereas if you grow your own, you can make sure that you're not spraying it with, pesticides and antibiotics and things, which often are used now in industrial farming situations.
In addition to a vegan diet, Dr. Benson believes that spirituality also plays a part in maintaining good health.
Earlier, when I did my holistic health studies, it became very clear to me we're far more than a physical body. We have mental, emotional, etheric, spiritual bodies, and everything works together. And so we need to have everything in balance. So this is where spirituality comes into the picture. So when we're in balance, then everything works optimally. And, we will be more loving, more peaceful, we'll have an underlying level of joy. We'll laugh more easily. And all of these things are intrinsic to our health, Laughter is really good for the health. And knowing who you really are, it leads to a deep appreciation of how we're able to maintain our health at all levels.
We appreciate Dr. Kim Benson sharing her precious insights on caring for ourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. May we all blossom and thrive, starting by living the compassionate vegan way of life. For more information about Dr. Kim Benson, including her books Go Dairy Free and Thrive and Go Vegan Successfully, please visit innerhealingacademy.com.
Master Someone Singh used to say, as we have the right to live on this earth, in the same way, all other living creatures have the right to live on this earth. If you want to eat flesh, eat your own flesh. As we would not like our body to be cut off, in the same way, no living creature would like the same treatment from us. Sant Ajay Singh Ji Maharaj, vegetarian.
Optimistic viewers, thank you for your company today on our program. Up next is Master Reminisces, Part 3 of 4, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May your days be filled with laughter, serenity, and contentment always.
Russia, leave Ukraine or you reign now. Peace be with you too.
Be vegan. Make peace. Do good deeds. Hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/HL.
Programele noastre oferă multe limbi. Vă puteți uita pe suprememastertv.com/schedule și suprememastertv.com/hl.